Hello and welcome to our first season up in the championship. I say first because we are not going up this season, nowhere close. We're going to fight for our lives to avoid relegation. A quick look at the season preview before we go any further. We currently are one of the favorites for relegation, along with Bolton and I guess Ipswich, who we were much better than, are another team that's going to be fighting down with us. Peterborough, Oxford, Birmingham. Those are the teams that are predicted to finish down at the bottom. Of course, no people in the Dream 11. We do have some players to watch in Burstow and new by Andreas Adrehu. We'll take a look at those in just a moment. As I said, fight for our lives. Our finances, we actually do have a little bit of payroll to spend because there was a player I tried to bring in, but we didn't have the money for it because all our transfer budget just got eaten away by little. Projections are looking horrific. Hopefully that'll turn around come at some point once we do well in competitions. But the thing you're looking for those who didn't see the transfer special, transfer history. Worst loss of the season, Apaya Forsen. He kicked up a hell of a fuss. Someone tried to come in with a lowball offer of like 350 for him. I said no. He said, why? Why? Oh, why? Am I not allowed to play with teams that are actually going to do something? Kicked up a fuss, got the whole team involved, went to the media. It was a whole ordeal. So I basically said, hey, an offer that comes along that's worth at least 500K. I tried to fight him for like 800, which as you can see, he's worth more than 500, up to 1.6 million, but he would only accept 500K. And him being a team leader and our previous vice captain, the whole team was pissed off as long as that was happening. So eventually, I took the loss, sold him for 500. Josiah Linton, he also went out. We got approximately what his value was worth. Derek Abu, once again, another one who kicked up a fuss all last season. He was equally as good as a number of our players at right back. Really not much of a center back or left back. We decided to let him go on for 450, which is another great deal. So those are our three of the offseason. Brought in a new players. For the record, all this transfer budget went immediately into our wage budget. Diamond Edwards, 3.5 star current ability, 4-star potential ability, comes in to be an immediate starter for us. Previously of Southampton, but loaned all over the bloody world. Playing in a bunch of different leagues. Daniel Frimpong, basically paying him nothing. However, he's 2.5 star current ability. Well, it doesn't really matter potential. He's currently a loaning player. 4.5 star potential championship player. Really just represents strength and depth. Another great option anywhere along the left wing and even in center field or center mid. Ben Krishny, 3.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. Previously of Aston Villa, we brought him in on a free, paying him a good amount of money, but was still worth it. And finally, Armando Ferrara, worth a lot of money, brought him in for, once again, pennies, to play as our either left winger or left back, kind of fighting in that position with Sturge. And then the other player that we need to keep in mind, if we go back a little bit further, we did bring in, you are a youngster, but the most important one that you need to keep in mind is this guy, Andreas Adrehu, on loan for 7K from Tottenham. Very, very expensive. We're hoping that he may go out of contract at the end of the year and we can scoop him up. Because if you notice, oh my, I'm fumbling all over. 4-star, 5-star potential. Very, very good young player. 19 years old, most importantly English, which is going to be very important as I've learned up in the Premier League once we eventually make it up there. 6 foot right now, can play either on the middle or right. Definitely going to be a key starting player for us. So with it stands, very, very similar look to our last year's team. Montgomery is currently injured. He's sitting out. Dudziak is injured. He's going to be sitting out, though he is going to represent our squad at some points playing in the center mid. Switched around some of these players. 3.5 star for our team represents a good championship player, or near enough to it. Either it represents leading League One, decent championship, somewhere in that range. So Adshead is a 3.5 star deep lying playmaker. We switch him into the defending role. Oakley Booth pushes further forward because he plays center mid. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. 3-star everything. Taylor sticks in his Mazzala role, so we could, once again, play anywhere we want him to. A little bit of substitution of role in midfield, but it is the same players for our last year, minus a Piafor and Oakley Booth, who was our normal bench rotator. He comes in to start. Adams and Edwards. Adams definitely going to be getting the start. Definitely a good player for us. Edwards going to be playing with us for a number of years. A couple of years here. His contract is not openly big. We might try and sell him off on the offseason depending on how well he performs, but certainly a good player for now. The one area we're looking to improve upon is our center backs. We don't have great options there. New vice captain, Wormlayton, because he is going to be a player with us for the future, because he can play on either side and even push forward a little bit if we need him to, though we don't want to need him to. And once again, Folks, as always, in goal. He's concerned about the squad's strength, lack of depth in center mid. I wouldn't say that's untrue, because our bench is, once again, kind of lacking. We've got, what is that? Right back, center back, right back, center back, left back, center back, left back, center mid. He can play center mid. He can play right wing. We just don't have kind of this section here a whole lot of backups for them. Montgomery will come in and be a nice option. Dudziak will come in and be a decent option. But with our squad currently only sitting at, 20 players, maybe? 20 players, yeah. Certainly could use some depth, and with a little bit of money, however, no transfer budget, we're probably, unless we sell off a player, not going to happen. So, a couple of players to look at in the youngster squad that we're very much looking forward to the development of. Hopefully one of them will come out and do something. That's all we're looking for. Coming out and doing something. So, all that being said, any substitutions they want to make, let's take a quick look over that. Payne, Adrehu, in turns. No, I think we're good there. Krishni wants to be on the left side. No, I think we're good with that. They want to be positive, though. I think for now we'll go to balanced and see how things work. Once again, we're expecting to get thumped right here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do. They're expected to finish 9th in the division from when I last looked. So we're going to expect to lose a lot of matches. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. That's all they wanted. Well, maybe I can get some fist pumping going. Yeah, there we go. Fired most of our players except for our one loney player. Go ahead and get a preview in. I mean, you know what our team looks like. I don't know why it's showing us that. Let's go ahead and take a look at their squad. They're playing similar to us. They have DM instead of a 3 center mid. Otherwise, a very, very similar squad. We need to be careful now. Our center backs are not hugely tall. Turns is, 5'10"? Not a jumpy boy. Our other guy is only 6 foot. So we're very much lacking in height in their center back positions. But we can do something. Adams, we tried to get it to him, but he was not quite fast enough on the draw. Picking it over the top now. Getting it back to our center backs, who's just going to head it rather stupidly. Oh God, don't let him score. Wormley 10, that was almost on you. Not a great showing for your first game as vice captain. Remember, our goal this season is, first off, I forgot to fiddle with our set pieces. Do that in between games. That's a reminder for me. Otherwise, we need to score 1 goal per game. If we do that, we are going to avoid relegation. That's it. Don't need to play anything fancy. 1 point, so any draws we'll take, wins we'll be ecstatic about, because that'll allow us to go on a little bit of losing streak, and we're going to do a lot of losing for the first time this save. At least with some of the other seasons, we've at least been competitive a lot of the time. In the only season we didn't get promoted, it was a bottle job, but this season is going to be a struggle. I'm excited for it. I'm ready to go out and struggle. I don't want to. I mean, I prefer to win every single game, continuing. So far this game, we have looked competitive. But once the bench unit comes on and we start having to make substitutions, I think is where we're going to start to falter. That's going to be a theme this season. Apparently, we are not quite used to playing with each other. I recognize that name, Aziz. Yep. You know, if you, yeah. Oh my goodness, Nidwini as well. Is that Nidwi? Goodness me, I recognize these names. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is going to be rough for us. So, going out, letting them score on us, not the greatest. A little bit of a mug on XG unless they all of a sudden jump forward. Possession, we have maintained possession. Shows we could do something here, but yeah, it's turns. Turns is the problem. Our worst player on the pitch. Definitely a not so great option. Edwards now taking another corner. Still to Burstow. Burstow! Huzzah! Mason Burstow. For those who weren't here looking at the last episode, even though we are relegation favorites, he is 5th best odds to earn top goal scorer. They still think he's going to come out here and score basically every single goal for us, which I am loving. He is definitely someone we need to keep happy. We're paying a lot of money, and that's not going to go away. He has a match high Sterner clause through 2029, 2030, somewhere in that. It's a long contract, but he is going to be with us for the next couple of years, being an established option, he's proved last season he can score. He just needs to prove that he can score in this league, and then we will be good to go for years to come. He might be one of those players that shows ability beyond his star rating, because 4-star, 4-star, he's at his potential. We're hoping that he can come out and do something. What is little ball over the top? That's what we're looking for. Okay, Oakley Booth now. Yes! We're winning! We're winning a game! Hey, baby. That's what we get for sticking a player further forward. Don't have him play any fancy playmaking role. Just get him to run forward and intercept the ball, win the ball back. No one's in front of me. They thought he was going to cross it, so they kind of positioned over there to pick up Adams on that left side. He was not there. Oakley Booth finally decided to go at it himself. Sorry about this squeaking. I'm adjusting myself in my chair, and it is a very squeaky chair. I am delighted with how we've been controlling possession. Let's keep that up in the second half. Burstow is tired. We don't have anybody to come on for him. So, sucks for you, Burstow. Don't get tired. Okay, substitution o'clock. So, first substitutions. We are going to bring off Wormleyton, easy sub. Bring on Payne. We're going to switch off Turns. We're going to bring on this guy from Hong, who is at least 6'2". He's tall. We might end up starting him over Turns for the next game. And those will be our two substitutions. Just get fresh legs in the defense and hope we can do something with Payne with the throw-in to Ad's head to Taylor. So it's going to shoot. Ooh, a nice little save by their goalkeeper. That actually looked like it was going in. A little harder shot than it might have. For now, we'll be okay with what we've got. Okay, Burstow is shattered now. That is not good. Definitely need... What did they recommend? Oakley Booth is tired. Burstow is tired. We shove Adams forward. You come off, we'll bring on you. Krishni, who can come in and play this left winger on support. Fine by me. And then finally, Oakley Booth can come off. Don't have a substitution to bring on for him. Yikes. Ford. That's dumb. Wait. Can any of these guys play a little bit further forward? Yes. You can come on. Here's what we're going to do. You come on for you. You switch off for you. We go to tactics. We take Andrehu back. Switch him. There we go. Instead of a D, you can play a ball-winning midfielder on defense. And this can go to a deep-lying playmaker on support. You can go to a Mazzala on attack. There. You're not the best at what you do. You want to be a stopper? Perfect. That's fine by me. Confirm that. A little bit of substitutions. I'm not exactly sure what to do, but everybody is playing in a role that they are suited for at the very least. We can come out and hold for another, 10 minutes is all we need? 10, 15 minutes. We can get there, especially if we go out and score again. Nope, just bounces off the top of the post. A good shot. A little bit further down and we would have had it. Ad's head has picked up it. Okay, not great. Don't have anybody to come on for him. Sturge is coming back from an injury, so it is going to be Ford. Ford, do you want to play anywhere? No. Edwards, play in center mid. Cannot. How about Krishni? Can. Ford can only play on the right side. So what we can do is just accept what we've got. It'll be fine. 10 minutes, we can do it. Hold out for 10 minutes. That's all we need. Everybody is shattered. They're going to probably score a heartbreaker because of our bench, but if we don't let them, if we come out and keep them from scoring, there we go, Payne. There we go, Payne. That's what we are looking for. Andreu, Edwards coming around, trying to decide what he wants to do with it. And over the left side, there you go, Krishni. Running at it, shoot, and score. No, okay, still, a good shot. Another, 5 minutes? 4 minutes. 4 minutes left of this half. That's all we need. A long ball over the top. Aziz, don't let Aziz get it. Yeah, there we go. Ford picks it up. Andreu, Payne. Okay, Ford now. Over the top for Adams to chase. Josh Adams actually scores. Oh my goodness, we're doing it. We're winning games, everyone. I mean, we constantly overperform. If we come out here and be a mid-table team, not to get my hopes too far up, I would love it. I would love it. Okay, and that will be it for our first game. A nice 3-1 win over a really, really good. Goodness me, I am happy about that one. Our next game is going to be the first game in the Carabao Cup. We'll see what we do then. It may end up being some rotation depending on what the level of our competition is. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back for the second game against Bristol Rovers in the Carabao Cup. A few substitutions then because we are playing our backup, simply because we have another match in 3 days. Pong and Badley Morgan are coming on to play center backs. Kane swapping in, Sturgis swapping in, though he's only going to play the first half because of his recently coming back from injury. Krishni is coming in for Adshead, who is just recovering from injury. Tomorrow he should be back. A couple more days. Montgomery, he's going to be playing a little bit today. Not a huge amount. Probably another substitution at halftime sort of thing. Ford comes in, play on that right wing. Burstow just plays up front like he does every single game. Let's go ahead and get things started. I have, in the meantime, looked at our set pieces, made sure that I fiddle with it. Also looked at maybe bringing a few more players on loan. Hopefully those will be available. One of them's cheap, one of them's not really. Hopefully we'll bring in both because they're both incredible players. Let's go ahead and go out there and impress me. No one wants to impress me? Well, make me proud with some fist pumps, and that'll be enough. There we go. Everybody's ready. But going back to the set piece thing, we're screwed. We have no good set piece takers at all. And because our center backs are quite small, we don't have very good jumpy boys. Which is not good, as you can imagine. We're still looking to bring in others. One of them, the players that we're looking to bring in, is an incredible jumpy boy. Like 18, 12 in terms of jumping reach and heading. So he is definitely going to join Burstow up with the jumpy boy squad. Ford now and Burstow trying to make something happen, but they do lose the ball. This is, I believe, League 2 competition. We should comfortably beat them here, even though we weren't. I mean, we were in League 2 a few seasons ago. When we were down there, whatever. It doesn't matter. We kind of destroyed everything, but that's in the past. Now we're looking to be a mediocre. Oh my goodness, that was a really nice save there. Ford making something happen. No one's really keen on scoring so far yet this game. They're trying to pepper our goals. Really seem to be working. Let's go ahead and shout some encouragement. Encouragement always seems to be working in this version of Football Manager. Remember, whichever one was the last one I played, I think 19 was the last time I played Football Manager regularly. Or at least the last one I bought. I only generally buy them every few years. Demand More was the really, really good team talk. This one, it seems to be encourage. The only time I really do anything else is when it's overly deserving of some sort of. If we're doing well, I don't sit and really say anything. And if we're that far behind and they did something awful, I will berate them. But otherwise, let's go ahead and go positive. Because I do not want to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup against. They're League 2, right? I'm not speaking out my bum. Rovers, yeah, they're in League 2. So let's come out and beat them comfortably, please. Let's get some shots or something. Our offense has looked really bad. And no one seems to want to play offense. Okay, you've been terrible. Sort it out. Go ahead and make the substitutions as I said. We're going to bring Sturge off. We're bringing on Ferreira. Is it Ferreira? It is Ferreira. Why do you not want to... Apparently he is not a complete wingback sort of player. That's okay. Montgomery comes off. Bring in Adams. Play on that side as an inverted winger. And we go into the dressing room and start the second half. 2 substitutions. Means we can only make 3 more. We'll probably do, 60, 70, 80 as per usual. They'll only do 1 each time as opposed to 2. Just trying to get these people in the back to match fitness. The nice thing about playing at this level, there are not a stupid amount of competitions and trophies and all this other nonsense. And as a result, we only have, 5, maybe 6 matches per month, which means we do have time to get these players rested in between matches. So hopefully it should minimize the chances of injury. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Adams almost loses the ball there. just good enough job keeping a hold of it. Krishni, badly. Pereira, badly again. Kong, badly. Trying to decide what we're going to do with it. The answer is over the top for Burstow to score. As always, when you need him, he appears. Mason Burstow. That's a man I like scoring. Turn up. They want to work the ball into the box. Once again, not really my style. I want to let these guys do what they will. See if they can go out and score goals. No one's really tired at the moment, so I'm going to let at least another 5 minutes play. Maybe do like a 65, 75 sort of thing. Just seeing what sort of thing's happening. Payne now down this right side for a cross. Mason Burstow to score. There we go. Now we're ahead. That's what I was looking for. Okay. I don't need to see that replay. It was just a pretty clean sort of thing. 70 minutes. As I said, we need to make some substitutions. Let's go ahead and make 2 now. Payne is a bit tired. We'll bring him off. We'll bring Wormlayton on. Easy substitution there. Just because apparently Badley Morgan is having a very nice game. We don't have anybody that can come on midfield except Andreu, who can come in as a center defensive back. We will do that. Whoever is performing poorly, whoever's tired, I guess. Oakley Booth can come off. We'll bring in... Actually, hold on. Dudziak can come in. He just recently recovered from injury. That'll be okay. He's 3-star in that position. And I'll make those 2 substitutions. Limit him, what is it, to 30, 45 minutes, something like that. Just give him a little bit of game time, let him do what he wants to do. Forward now, all over the top to Adams. Doesn't even bother stopping it. Okay, not to Dudziak, who's just going to launch it well over the stadium. Not what you want to do there when we're trying to prove that you actually have some capability of playing up with the big boys there, Dudziak. Because we're trying to preserve Burstow's legs, we will substitute him out. Bring Josh Adams forward, bring on Edwards. Play as an inverted winger over on this left side. Edwards is 3.5-star no matter which side he plays on. So he is definitely our first choice option. Though, I mean, he had a great option on the bench if we had better players. But for now, Ford just is going to lose the ball, going on a counterattack. Go ahead and stop letting them do that. Get the ball. Let them score. I would put money on us not having good penalty takers, considering we have no good set-piece takers. I'll make sure to check that after this, but we need to come out and keep the lead. Ford. Oh my goodness, Ford's going to shoot. Romari Ford. He's still got it, baby. He's still got it. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Okay, was that did we make our final substitution already? I don't remember. We did. Okay. That's right, we brought off Burstow. Just a couple minutes of runtime in the others. Everybody's feeling tired, but we should be good. Just a few minutes here. With a 1-goal lead, them only having 3 minutes, we should hopefully be able to come out and stop them from doing anything too outrageous. There we go. Especially if they miss the ball. Or miss the goal. Miss the ball, it's even worse. You just laughed at. But if you miss the goal, it's a little bit better. A good win for us. Everybody, great job. I'm happy with how that match went. 2 wins! 2 wins to start off our championship berth. Definitely looking to continue that streak. So with that being said, we will come back. Probably... Ooh, let's our things set back up. This game against Watford and this game against Cardiff, unless the Carabao Cup ends up being something special. Because these, as you remember, are for parent club, and Cardiff are a team that everybody expects to be the... the season preview had them as the championship favorite. Let me go ahead and check and see if that's still... Yeah, they're still the championship favorite. So those 2 matches, one against a familiar face, one against a likely favorite, are going to be a good match to test our ability in the league. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. That being said, I will see you all next time.
Thanks for watching. You should watch another. Please.